Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Charlotte and today the popcorn bucket it's going to choose the books we read in February. And I have decided that I'm going to have 4 or 5 books depending on how big they are. I forgot to fold one of these. I'm going to have 4 or 5 books depending on the length of the book, like how thick they are, all of the good stuff. And that's where we're at, basically. Yeah, I did take my medication today. My brain has still not caught up with me. So if I say stupid shit, you're welcome. Before we jump into the bucket, I'm going to rapid fire 25 books that is on my year-long TBR. I'm going to read the name and the author, and that's all I'm giving you. So it's rapid fire 25 books for 2025, and I'm going to make a video at the end of the year where we go over every single book. But it's just so that this video isn't like an hour long, And yeah, I could put them into separate videos, but I don't know. We're already in February and I don't feel like, this is the time to post that video. You guys don't care. Okay, 25 books for 2025. I'm going to look at my list and we're going to go. Twisted Love, Anna Huang. Pen Pal, J.T. Geisinger. The Starless Seas, Erin Morgenstierer. Oh, that one I butchered. Flawless, Elsie Silva. A Thousand Broken Pieces, Tilly Cole. The Deal, Elle Kennedy. Intermezzo, Sally Rooney. Solitaire, Alice Osman. Better Than the Movies, Lynn Paintner. Is that how you say it? I think so. Butcher and Blackbird, Bryn Weaver. Sinner, Sierra Simone. Quicksilver, Callie Hart. Crescent City, Sarah J. Maas. Hooked, Emily McIntyre. I want to say McIntyre, but that's the comedian. Drive, Kate Stewart. Binding 13, Chloe Walsh. Punk 57, Penelope Douglas. Funny Story, Emily Henry. The Housemaid, Frida McFadden. Into the Water, Paula Hawkins. The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. The Sun, Jo Nesbø, Norwegian author. Dinner for Vampires, A Life on a Cult TV Show While Also Being in a Cult by Bethany Jo Lenz, also known as Haley James Scott for the people that watched One Tree Hill. And the last two ones are Wild Side by Elsie Silva, which doesn't come out until the 4th of March, and Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, which doesn't come out, it comes out on February 4th. So, like in a few days, if I upload this by the time I plan to. But yeah, we're gonna jump on into the bucket and let the bucket decide what we read. Let's do this. Let's do this. And the first one, it says, sparks joy looking at it. It's been a while since a book has actually literally sparked joy looking at it, but it might actually have to be hooked. Because that's just so pretty. I mean, look at it. It is special edition. Yes? What about it? I'm trying to look at my other books. Something that really sparks joy in that sense. I mean, all of them spark joy because I do kind of want to read all of them. I think it has to be this one. I'm very intrigued by it. It is a retelling of Peter Pan. Only I think Hook gets his happy ending in more ways than one. And I know this one has mixed feedbacks. People like the second book the most, and I don't think I've ever heard people talk about the third or the fourth one. But I figured I would just start with the first one, and if I like it, I will also read Scarred, which is the Lion King. But it's real people, so you don't read about lions. But yeah, we're gonna read this one, Hooked. It is based on Peter Pan, from what I understand, and it just looks very pretty. So when it looks pretty, it sparks joy. So that's the one. That's the one we're gonna go with. This one says green or blue cover, and I have a couple of those. I actually have a couple of those. Also, random side note, because I forgot to say it in the 25 books for 2025. Yes, a lot of the books I put on that list are books I already own that I haven't gotten around to reading yet. The reason is I don't want to go out and buy new books. Well, because I know I'm going to do it anyways. I don't want to put books on there that, I know I have to go out and buy. I want to try and read the ones I already have. So that's why a lot of them, at least in the start, are going to already be on the 25 books for the 2025 one. Okay, green or blue cover. And the first one I looked at was actually this one's. Yeah, this one's. Terms and Condition, Lauren Asher. It is in the Dreamland Billionaire series. I read the first one. I thought it was fun, okay. This one is a little bit eerie because this one is the one where Declan has to get married and have a child to get his inheritance. And I know it's a book, there's just something iffy about it, What if he's asexual? What if he's gay? What if like, having a wife and a kid just wasn't his dream, but his granddad's like, no, you want money, you better get a wife and you better knock someone up. But yeah, I'm not part of their family, so I think we're gonna go with the terms and condition. Second book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, so I can actually finish a series. Favorite genre? Oh, well, that's a romance book. That's not that hard. I love a good romance book. Like, that's just nothing wrong about it. I love a good romance book. And I already have a Laura Nasher book, so I'm not going to do Love Redesigned because, I don't know. I kind of want to finish a series by an author before I start a new one by that same author. It would have to be either The Deal by Elle Kennedy or Flawless by Elsie Silver. And I know I love a good sports romance, so maybe The Deal would be the best pick. But I really want to read a cowboy romance. And it's still a romance book, so it's still my favorite genre. It's not a sports romance. Because if I was going to stick with the sports romances, I could also read Behind the Net, which I know a lot of people like. But I actually think I am going to stick with I'm gonna do Flawless. Flawless by Elsie Silver. I am late to the gang, so I think I wanna read that one. I'm also very late to the deal. So better late than never though. Better late than never. Okay, that's 3 books. They're not that thick. So maybe we'll go with 5. We'll see. We'll see what we end up with here. Oh, this one says Kindle read. So it has to be a book that I only have on my Kindle. I do not have a physical copy of it, and I have a Kindle list. So I think I'm going to go with a Frederick Buckman, A Man Called Uwe or Anxious People. I've looked on my Kindle, and I think I'm going to read A Man Called Uwe. It's kind of like a different book from what I usually read because I read like these cutesy romance books, and I've heard so much great stuff about Frederick Buckman. So I kind of want to read one of his books. So the one I'm going to go for is A Man Called Uwe. Uwe? Yes. And from what I gather about the book, give me 2 seconds. Okay, this one, like the short version of it is, I think Uwe is like the neighbor from hell. Like he's very grumpy. He doesn't walk around smiling all the time. Probably doesn't even say hi to you if he doesn't really feel like it. And then he's like, yeah, he kind of is portrayed as like the neighbor from hell. Then a young couple, chatty couple, moves in that has 2 chatty daughters. And it turns out that you get to learn more about him and his sad story. And if this book makes me cry, I am going to be very upset. That's like the premise of the story. He is misunderstood. I am guessing. If not, he's just a grumpy old man. And it sucks to be him, but what are you going to do about it? How long is the book? Does it say anywhere? No, it doesn't say so on Goodreads. But yeah, we're going to choose one more. And that's going to be either like I have time, or if I accidentally chose a book that I just didn't end up feeling, because that happens. So we're gonna have a 5th book just for good measure. This one says influenced by TikTok. I have a few of those. Like I have Funny Story, Emily Henry. That one got influenced by TikTok. Sinna technically got influenced by TikTok because I got influenced to read Priest, and this is the 2nd book in the Priest series, so that's going to go in there. Binding 13, but that's a thick ass book. I'm not going to read that one. You also have Quicksilver, thick book. I don't want to choose that one. Twisted Games. I mean, I've seen the Twisted series all over my TikTok page, like every single one. Some people hate this one, some people love this one, and I'm going to read it. I did read Twisted Love. And I'm making a video where I read all of them, so I might just throw it in here anyways. We're going to go Twisted Games. 2nd book in the Twisted series. This one is about Reese. Is that how you pronounce his name? Reese? Reese Larson, and Princess Bridget. And she's a princess, so she doesn't get a last name. It's age gap, Grumpy Sunshine, kind of Touch Her and You'll Die because he is her bodyguard. And like I said, I did read the 1st one already. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I do recommend reading it before you read this one, even though it's an interconnected standalone, because the end of the book is where this one starts, so you get a little bit more of the context of it. But yeah, there you have it. We have these 4. I'm gonna lose them all. So you have Hooked, you have Terms and Condition, Flawless, and Twisted Games. Also A Man Called Uva, but I only have that on my Kindle, and I don't have my Kindle here. So we have 5 books for the month of February. I feel like it's a good mix. Also, we've already chosen the book club book in my Discord for the month of February, which is Better Than the Movies. So if you haven't read that and you want to join in and talk about the book in the Discord, jump on in there. We'll try and take good care of you. That's it, guys. That's it. If there's any of these books you want to see me make a reading vlog on, please tell me in the comments and I will do my best to oblige. Is that what it's called? I think so. And yeah, that's it. That's it from me today. Thank you guys so much for spending some of your precious time with me. I really, really do appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.